Hey guys, I'm Gene.
I'm George.
It's been, let's see now, we've been on the road for almost 2 months, I would say. And so we can better express our impressions. Better express our impressions on the Oliver, because we can say that we have tried just about everything and we lived in it for a while, so it wasn't just a weekend thing. So pros and cons about the Oliver. It's a great trailer. It's not perfect, but it is a great trailer. We're very happy with our purchase. There are a few things that maybe we didn't realize right away, and like we said before, nothing is perfect. There's always a trade-off. So it's great. The size of the Oliver is great. It allows us to go anywhere.
Anywhere, yes.
It's very easy to tow, and it's got a great clearance. I want to address for a second the fact that some people recently said that the cabinets open, the drawers open, the stuff falls. When I can say that we have driven over terrible roads, terrible holes, potholes, and I mean terrible. And we never had an accident happen.
No. But we did have the latch on the overhead storage compartments. The latch, the two screws that hold them, they basically all loosened up. So we'll probably have to put a little bit of Loctite on those little screws that hold the latches of the overhead storage.
The mirror cabinets with the vibration of going on the road all the time, the screws come loose and they come out.
Yeah.
So periodically they have to be checked and tightened.
So I think Loctite will go ahead and take care of that issue.
Yeah, but I mean that's because
minor.
of the vibration.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, as far as the locks giving out and opening, or the drawers coming out, we've never had anything like that happen to us, and we've gone on some very rough roads.
We went on a couple forest roads that were pretty bumpy, and the Oliver seems to have excuse me, some real good clearance. It's got some nice clearance, and there's definitely been a few times out here during our trip that I'm glad we had this additional clearance, or I'm sure we would have bottomed out. Towing the Oliver is awesome. It does tow really nice. I do not really care a great deal about the anti-sway system that the Anderson system provides. Yes, and the reason being is it has this the chains that are mounted up on the frame under the trailer, and that's for our anti-sway. But they have a thing called a whale tail, which has a long screw that goes through it. What I mean to say is, just to sum it all up, you have got to put your trailer pretty much in a straight line with your tow vehicle, or you're going to have problems trying to get the anti-sway hooked back up. So that is something that I'm not too crazy about, because every time we pull in somewhere, we got to make sure that the truck is in alignment with the trailer.
Sometimes the space does not allow for that. Sometimes you have restricted space to maneuver in, and the trailer and the truck will not be aligned. So you unhitch, and then it's gonna make you sweat when it's time to hitch back up again. Because, oh my gosh, yeah, you're gonna have to try it about 1,000,000 times. But We're getting pretty good at
Yeah,
it.
we're getting pretty good as long as we're pretty straight when we unhitch. Hooking back up, recently we haven't had any problems. If you do find yourself in a situation where you just can't get it lined up, what you'll need to do is underneath your trailer, these big nuts, you can just loosen one of the sides of the sway chains. You can loosen it up, and then you could go ahead and move it just a bit so you can slide the pin underneath the
And then tighten it again under
tighten,
the.
yes.
Yeah.
But
It's a lot of
overall, I'm not too crazy about the anti-sway setup.
Then a few people asked us if we could have done without it, and that we don't know because
Yes.
we didn't try.
We could have done without the anti-sway and all that because we got an F-250 pickup truck, and but we've never towed anything. I've never towed a trailer like this before. I wanted to be as safe as possible on the highway, and from what I understand, one of the major problems with travel trailers is getting into a sway situation. So I didn't want to take any chances on that, so we opted for the anti-sway. But like I said, I'm just not too crazy about the setup, that the anti-sway has to be all set up just right for you to actually hook it up. So that could be a pain in the butt, just to let you know.
Yeah. So and then
Boondocking, we've boondocked with the Oliver for about 5 days consecutively, straight out in the middle of nowhere, dry camping, nothing around, no water. I will tell you this much, the solar system that the Oliver provides
it's fantastic.
was fantastic, guys. It really
Worth the
pulled
money.
through. It is worth the money. Even if you don't know for sure your style of camping, I would definitely recommend that you go ahead and get the solar package. We basically would run our inverter all day, and we would have our laptops plugged in. We would have other various types of things
I've
charging.
even had the instant pot cooking
Yeah.
with the inverter.
With just the inverter, and we can even run the microwave for
Couple
a
minutes.
couple minutes. I wouldn't recommend running the microwave to cook a meal. It does put a pretty good draw on the batteries, but
But we use it to warm up, and it could do it,
It did a
without
fine
being
job.
plugged in.
did a fine job. So we're impressed. Normally,
We're
when,
very impressed with that. Yeah.
when we were in northern New Mexico, we were bringing in roughly anywhere from 90 to 115 amp hours per day. That's what we were bringing in through solar. And by about 10 o'clock in the morning the following day, the batteries were back to 100%. So I can't complain at all. The guys, I am impressed with the solar system that the Oliver trailer has.
Yes. That is fantastic.
Another system I'm very impressed with is at the back of the trailer. We've got this little water inlet where we can hook up water. And when we were boondocking, we needed to bring some fresh water in. So all we had to do was go underneath one of the bunks and go ahead and configure these valves, the water valves.
Just change the direction of the valves, yes.
And go ahead and hook up our hose, put the end of the hose into our bucket and turn on the water pump, and it just brought up that 6 gallons. It just emptied that container in no time, and it just worked flawlessly. So I'm very impressed with that capability of being able to take fresh water and getting it inside
From a
into
container
the,
and put
yes,
it into the tank of the Ollie, yes.
yes.
That is truly amazing. Yeah.
Something that I am not very fond of, and I'll just be honest with you, we do enjoy our bikes on the back of the Ollie. It adds a couple feet onto the bumper. The problem that you'll have with the bike rack and everything is that storage of your sewer hoses now is a two-man operation.
Yes.
So
you can't get into it.
You can't get into it, and you're not going to want to get crawling underneath the gravel and stuff to try to get the hoses back under
the
the
bikes.
bumper.
Yeah.
So that is something that is a little bit of a pain in the butt.
But still,
I wouldn't trade it, no, because it allows us to take our mountain bikes, everywhere we go. So
yeah.
Overall,
Plus, it's worth it. Yeah.
Overall, I've been very satisfied also with the Max ear vent.
The Max fan is great.
That thing, guys, is unbelievable. We were at a trailer park the other day, and everybody in that park was running their AC, just running. And all we had going on was the windows were opened up, and that fan was just bringing that air in, and it was nice and cool, wasn't it, honey?
Yes.
I mean, a nice cool breeze just coming right in. So I'm very impressed with the Max. What is it called?
Max Air Fan.
Max Air Fan is awesome,
Yeah.
and so I'm very impressed with that. I'm also impressed with our outside shower.
Oh yes, we tried the outside
we were
shower.
at a boondocking location, and we both got to take a shower outside using the outside shower.
So that works well as well.
And having that continuous hot water come out.
The tankless hot water is
hot water,
fantastic.
guys. It is an awesome feature because it works awesome.
Yes.
And as far as propane, let me get on to something different. As far as the propane, we just filled up yesterday our propane tank.
For the first time,
we refilled it, and so it's been we've had it since May,
yes.
the end of May,
yes.
and this is the first time.
And we've been using it. We've been cooking. We've been using the heat, the refrigerator. So we've been using it, and we've been constantly living in the Oliver.
The fan, the furnace is pretty awesome, and it does a great job. And we've even used it while boondocking. We're in Colorado Springs right now, and so we're about 6,000 feet above sea level. So we're a little bit up there, and so at night the temperatures will dip down into the 40s. And while boondocking, we've actually run the furnace, and it works awesome, guys. It does a great job of warming up the Ollie, doesn't it, honey?
It sure does. So we've never been cold. We've never been too hot. We have everything. It's a perfect little jewel, actually.